Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing City Folk. Today is going to be another tired day and I am going to first come over here and water this turnip so I can be absolutely sure it is watered. I'll probably forget long before, Oop. Becky wants something. Hey, Espot, I need some advice. Do you think it's worth moving to another town to spice up my life? Don't do it. We haven't even really got to know you. Suppose you're right, Chicklet. I'm well aware of that. I guess I still have a lot to think about, Chicklet. Yeah, let's actually talk with her. Thought you weren't supposed to chase after friends, but make them chase you instead. Find the big decisions in life so hard, Chicklet. Yeah, I think everyone has issues with moving. I think we'll only have one letter, so yep, one letter from the Snowman. What do we got? Snowman TV. Oh yeah, best TV of all time. Plays the Snowman channel 24/7, never ending. Just snowmen all the time. I do not know what I'm on about. I am like the loopy level of tired. I'm not sure if any of you watching know what I mean by that, but the level of tired where my brain has turned off its filter and will just ramble and say things I normally wouldn't say. Because I'm just too tired to care, basically, is the best way to put it. One thing I want to talk about, and I wanted to talk about before starting this, is, once again, I want to talk about the competitive Pokemon scene. I know I talk about it a lot, but I need something to talk about that doesn't take many brain cells, and I can easily talk about. And kind of what I want to talk about is actually that Smogon is going to be suspect testing Zygarde for OU soon. Well, they've actually already started it, but and the general consensus is it's, from the people who play OU, is that it's a threat, but it's not overpowered. It doesn't need removed from the tier. I need to go water that carnation. But the thing that everyone keeps bringing up is Landorus Therian. And my answer to them is Mamoswine. Oh jeez, there's a lot of these that need watered. I don't think I actually need to water them because it's snowing. That sounds weird, but yeah. Mamoswine might be UU now, but not that long ago, Mamoswine was OU, and for good reason. Mamoswine is a beast. Gains access to Earthquake and Ice Shard, has Stab with both, gains Icicle Crash, can be a Stealth Rock user. You have options for sets in way of Choice Band, All-Out Attacker, Life Orb with Stealth Rock, a leftover set if you want to go physically bulky. It's probably the least viable way of doing it, but it's still doable. I mean, I haven't played much UU recently, but I'm willing to bet that Mamoswine's gonna be on a lot of teams. Because it's good. It's the same as like if you were to play NU right now, you're gonna see a lot of Slowbros. Because they're good. Slowbro should still be in OU. I mean, I get why he's not in OU anymore, and that's mostly Tapu Koko. A fast, hard-hitting electric type that can set up an electric terrain, yeah, that's gonna give Slowbro a bit of a hard time. But that's also the point of carrying something like Mamoswine around, or really just any ground type, because that gives you your check to the Tapu. Because sure, you could like Nature's Madness, but I think that's what it's called. The move that basically it just halves your HP. But a Mamoswine is still going to be above half by 1 HP because it's an ice type. You want ice types to have odd numbers for HP, purely so they can come in an extra time on Stealth Rock, assuming they don't take any extra damage. And Mamoswine being a great revenge killer, you definitely want the 5 switch-ins to Stealth Rock instead of 4 that you would get without an odd number for HP. But yeah, a lot of the big threats, really everywhere, in every tier, tend to be quad weak to ice. Having a really powerful ice shard on your side really helps. And if they're not quad weak to ice, they'll probably be weak to ground. Now another OU threat is Heatran. Heatran happens to be quad weak to ground. It also, from what people have been saying, tends to carry a Firium Z. Meaning it's not air ballooned, meaning it can be fully affected by that earthquake, and Mamoswine is faster. Mamoswine is at base faster than Heatran. So unless you run into, I mean honestly with a Mamoswine you could easily build it jolly. But if you're running an adamant one, yeah, if you run into a jeez, what's the nature for special attacking speed? I forget. But if you run into a special attacking max speed Heatran using a Firium Z, yeah, you might get outsped. But unless they flash cannon, you're perfectly fine. You'll live the hit. I think Mamoswine can even live the Firium Z, if I remember right. I did the damage calcs like really early this morning, and I have not seen a snowball yet. I've been legit watching for the snowballs, and I just have not seen them. But at the very least, like, you still have ways of dealing damage. And generally, you're probably, you know, if Heatran is such a threat, you've probably got one yourself. So right there is protection from any fire move, especially the Firium Z. Like, if Heatran is such a threat, I don't know why anyone would run a fire-based Z-Stone. Because that basically means unless... Oh, here's one snowball. That basically means unless you've dealt with your opponent's Heatran, you can't use your Z Crystal. Because anytime you send out your Heatran, they're gonna send out their Heatran. And just kind of hope to absorb that Firium Z. Quite honestly, if that is such a... if it is as common of a set as the comments on the Smogon post made it sound, then if I ever build an OU team, I'm going to build a Balloon Heatran to counter it. Because that gives me a Flash Fire Pokemon. Whoop. Nana what's my... I keep forgetting her name. Kiki. Say Muffin. I just noticed lately how much I've been saying Vimo. I mean, I say it a lot, Vimo. I want to know, do you think it's strange? It's not like I can help myself, Vimo. I'm worried that other people might think it's weird. Maybe I should try to change. It's not even your catchphrase, it's fine. Can't tell you how comforting it is. Thump my head with pride and shout Vimo to the world. Good. I'm happy. I do really need to find that other snowball, though. It's probably behind a tree somewhere, much like that one was. But like, the thing with like these common problem sets, and it's a thing I learned with playing Ubers actually. One of the best way to beat a Geomancy, I think it's Geomancy, Xeranus, basically the normal Xeranus set. Run a choice spec Xeranus. Like, quite simply, that's how you do it. Because they'll expect you to also Geomancy. Not flash cannon them in the face. And if you run choice specs with as high of a speed as you can get, that be nature and max speed, you will probably outspeed them. Which will then cause you to take them down to about 20-ish% HP. Sometimes even lower. And from there, you just win that matchup. And I'll admit, that kind of a matchup makes a lot of people just forfeit. Because they don't expect it. And because it's different and they didn't expect it, and now they're angry because they had no way of knowing you were about to be choice specs, they'll just forfeit. Oh, here it is. It was by another tree. Hey, it's nice that they're happy. Wish I could see this thing. I wish you could just push them from the very moment they exist, instead of having to not push them for the first while that they exist. Ugh. But yeah, like, quite honestly, like, if I were to build an OU team right now, I would undoubtedly have a Staraptor on it, because I am still floored that Staraptor has been allowed back in OU after how long it was on the blacklist? Like, I don't even know if they're called blacklists. That's just what I've called them. I mean, it's BL, so. It's either blacklist or borderline, and I prefer blacklist because that's basically what it means for the Pokemon. They just cannot be used in the tier that they are blacklisted from. Which meant you couldn't use Staraptor, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. And I don't even fully understand why Staraptor was out of OU for so long, yet threats like Garchomp were let stay. Like, in the grand scheme of things, Garchomp is a better Pokemon. I'll say it. As someone who loves Staraptor, I can admit Garchomp is the better Pokemon. But if you're gonna blacklist one, you should probably blacklist both. And if you're gonna have one in, have both in. It's not like they check each other or anything, but still. Yeah, I'd probably have Staraptor because I love the thing. And I would probably also have a Mamoswine set up with probably Life Orb. I'm gonna hope this is good. Oh, I've just awoken from the most exquisite sleep. What's this? It's a new season, and I'm completely gorgeous. Look at these proportions. I'm mathematically flawless. I'm an ivory idol, a frozen confection. I owe it all to your skills. You have my eternal gratitude, sir. You need anything at all, and I can do it without moving from the spot. Just ask. I will. There's a big spot here. But yeah, I'd have the Mamoswine, and I would also have a Balloon Heatran. Because that, like I said, it would give me a just hard counter to any other Heatran. I don't even know if Heatran can learn a ground move. If it can't, I probably wouldn't even run Balloon. I'd probably run, I don't know, possibly Choice Scarf. Especially if it can learn a ground move. Because that would just, well, that would let me win that encounter. Like, win the mirror match. And being locked into, if it learns it, it'd be Earth Power. Isn't the worst thing to be locked into. We just got a new torso! What? Seems the Styracosaurus is complete! Wondrous, just wondrous! The Styracosaurus appeared in the late days of the dinosaurs. Its characteristic horns and collars looked like frills, very dino-fashionable. And actually, they had to be, because the rear frill was actually used by males to attract females. I guess male-female relations haven't changed much in all these years. I beg your pardon, I was so enthralled, so we only need one more fossil. It is becoming really possible that we will get this by the end of the series. Especially if we can keep up getting, like, 3 fossils a day. That would be amazing. But, like, I'm gonna have to look more into Heatran. The last time I used a Heatran was in Oras. In the battle... basically the battle tree. I forget what it was called there. I don't think it was the battle tree, but... The equivalent to the battle tree. Because it was allowed in there. Did we seriously just do that? Stunning! The Triceratops is done! Who not could make me happier? The Triceratops was a herbivorous dinosaur that lived until the end of the days of the dinosaurs. Its distinctive 3 horns and large collars believed quiet nature. Yeah. In actuality, the collarbone was a source of the beast's mighty chewing power. With powerful jaws like that, plus the horns, no carnivorous dino wanted a Triceratops at its feet. Whew, I beg your pardon, I was so enthralled, I spouted hot air like a boiling teapot. Ooh, hooty-hoo! You magnificent thing! You've done it! The fossil collection is complete! Splendid achievement! Well done, dear Owlet! Well done indeed! I trust we can rely on your unfailing patronage. Our fate is in your hands. I think it was this one? We are done! We have all of the dinosaurs. Oh man. I'm at a loss. I actually didn't think we'd be able to do this. Because there was just so many of them that we were, like, there was so many of them that we were just getting repeats of over and over again. And never actually getting the ones we needed. And then just suddenly this last set, we got exactly the ones we needed. And we now have all of them. Wow, okay. I was not expecting this. At all. I mean, I knew it was possible. I knew there was a real good chance that we were going to get everything. Well, I didn't think it was a good chance, but I knew there was a chance. Wow. I am at a bit of a loss. It's fitting that on a snowy day like this that, yeah. I'm legitimately stunned. We have the complete fossil exhibit. I forget even what I was saying before. So I think that is a good stopping point. Like that, yeah. Wow. So, yeah, with that, I would like to remind people I do have a Patreon, should you wish to throw money at my face. If you can't or don't want to, it's perfectly fine, but there is a link down below if any of you are interested. And with that, I thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time for more Animal Crossing City Folk. See you all then.